Today we are going to be talking about some Canva tools to speed up your content creation in Canva. I'm joined today by Liz, get the side right, Liz Hardwick from the Productivity Club, who's going to be telling us about all these amazing tools that bet we never knew existed on Canva, and she's basically tried and tested them all. So Liz, go on, tell us, do a little introduction, tell us who you are and what you do.
Oh, thanks, Bex. Thanks so much for having me on as well. So I am a geek at heart. I do a lot of tech-based training, coaching. I do professional speaking around digital productivity. And as part of my world for the past 20-25 years, harnessing digital for human benefit is what I'm all about. So speeding up processes, doing things in quick and easy and as simple ways as possible. So when we were talking recently around, what tools would be most interesting around the social media aspect of things, we're all about time saving, aren't we?
Absolutely.
And I think Canva as a graphical package is amazing. I do a lot of training around Canva, but there's so few people that really realize what the actual apps do, what it can kind of increase the capacity and the workings of Canva, and a lot of it is part of the free package, but hand in hand, because there are so many of them, it can be a bit of a minefield to try and trek through and figure out which ones are the best ones to use.
Yeah, and so Liz today is going to give us a little example of some of the good ones. Not all of them. They're not all brilliant, are they, Liz? As you know. So she's going to show us some of the good ones. So I'm going to ask her to share her screen. And again, if you just joined this live stream, I'm Bex from Social Media Executive, and I train businesses to excel on social media. And I do loads of training, loads of live streams every Monday. And also got a YouTube channel as well where I share lots of tips and advice when it comes to social media. Because as you said, Liz, it's just a minefield, isn't it? There's just so much. And we have not got hours in the day to do this. So, no.
Absolutely.
So this live stream, it's brought to you by the Social Flock. So I run a social media support group where we come together each week and write our posts together online on Zoom to create some accountability and do some training. So this live stream is part of that and is sharing with some of our members and you guys some of these fabulous tips that Liz has got to share. So go on then, Liz, tell us a little bit about Canva and what it's all about and what we should be doing when it comes to images.
Okay, cool. So as you and your community will very much know, we need to be careful when we are using images in our social media posts, because we want to make sure we're not, copyright infringing anything. Sometimes if we don't have the right picture, like a product shot or a photo of us doing something, we try and have an image that represents the content that you're trying to share in a different way. So graphics have become quite a complex thing over the years. Copyright free, copyright where you can use it, but you can have attributes. So there's loads of stuff around there. However, AI's come into the market to create its own imagery for you as the creator of the prompt, which is the thing you type in to ask the tool what the thing is you want to create. You are creating your own copyright using these tools. So again, all the terms and conditions, do your due diligence depending on what tool you're using. But most of them, if you create an image using a particular image creation tool with AI, you own then the copyrights to use it. So Canva has been around for maybe 10-15 years. It's a graphical templated package. If people haven't come across it before, it's absolutely perfect for the social media type content. You can pick your different sizes of options. So like, I want to create a Facebook post with a particular dimension of an image. It does all that hard legwork for you. So going into the app side of things, the apps are these integrations, these things that you can switch on inside Canva that give you extra features. Now, they're not on by standard. Each app generally has its own terms and conditions, so you do have to say, yes, I want to kind of add it into my Canva world. Some of them you can use with a free Canva package, some of them are pro, but the ones I'm focusing on that I'm sharing with you today are all available as free packages up to an extent. You'll see where you might get 3 things for free and then you have to upgrade if you want to use more per month. So I thought I'd give people a little bit of an overview of what my favorite ones are, do a little bit of a demo where we can find them. And the key thing that I found over downloading like 50 plus, probably more. I've downloaded and tested 3 this morning, for example.
You're addicted to them.
I'm looking for that absolute optimal tool. And if anyone's ever tried, for example, ChatGPT to create an image, it's hit or miss. So
it is.
Because Canva is graphical based, the idea is that hopefully some of those will be a lot better. So if I can have a look at my slides.
Let's have a look.
Yes, please. There we go. So we're going to look at the inbuilt features. So this is inside the Canva world. So I will demo where we can find these in a second, but there are hundreds of thousands of them. And the key to finding out which ones are going to work for you is the icon, the image that goes with the name of the app. So I'm going to share with you a few today. And you do have to be careful. The image needs to match the word when you're in the search box. So I'll give you the top ones that I found. Everyone can take a screenshot or grab the resources, and then we'll go into showing you where they actually are so that you know what you're looking for, and then we can have a look together and people can follow along if they want to. So next slide.
So these apps then are basically, I suppose they're like plugins, like you would maybe on your website, but you've got plugins for Canva.
Yes.
Which is quite
so it's extra features. So you might have added a plugin to your social media scheduling app, for example, to add in some AI tools for that. Very similar thing, but we're just adding in. You might have heard the phrase integrations before, where you're linking 2 different apps together. So some of these are third-party apps that live elsewhere, stand alone as a tool, but then you can connect them together. So you can use your resources. So let's say, for example, you've got a pay-for package of an AI tool image generator somewhere else. You can potentially integrate that into Canva. You could go elsewhere, create the image and bring it into Canva, but the beauty of this is it streamlines that process a bit as well.
Okay.
Super. So screenshot, take the QR code, grab the URL if you want to. These are my top 6 apps inside Canva that are using AI to generate, and I'll demo some of these in a second. The AI image generator asks for a prompt, so you type in exactly what you want it to create and it creates something for you. That's my favorite because you can tell it how to create real looking graphics. Speed Painter, probably seen this before. This is quite an old styled image. You upload a picture or a graphic and it will draw it for you. So it actually creates an MP4 out of the back of it that can be a really nice,
like a little video.
Really nice addition to kind of a social media post to give some sort of extra detail. If you get any promo content going on as well, that can be a different visual way of catching people's attention. Logo Maker does what it says on the tin. Hey Gen AI avatars. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of third party. Hey Gen is a completely separate third party company that creates AI avatars. So I've created one for you so you can have a little bit of a play. You can create your own. I think you get up to 3 free per month in HeyGen. You do have to set up a HeyGen account separately, but if you have a HeyGen free account and a Canva free account, you can link the 2 together with one of these AI apps. Emoji Artist, you're looking out for the icon specifically, so that girl with blonde hair. And Sound Draw, which is about creating audio. So I know we're focused on graphics today, but there are ways that you can create video, which is the HeyGen, and Sound Draw, which is audio based as well. So
and that's really interesting, isn't it, with the Sound Draw stuff? Because, like, if we're using the likes of Instagram or TikTok, if you've got a business account on there, you can't actually use a lot of the music and sounds on there, can you? So actually, this
Exactly.
be really good.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
creating your own content using these tools. And again, do double check the terms and conditions for each one. But generally, then you, as the creator, have the copyright to do what you want with it. So for businesses that are doing, for commercial reasons, this works really well.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so do you want to cancel out of there for me? And if we just cancel out of that screen, I'm going to go to a demo on my desktop. So I'm
Ooh,
going
proper
to
demo. Love a demo.
so people can follow along as well if they happen to have Canva at their disposal very quickly. So I've opened Canva already. I've logged in.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to walk around where things were if people haven't come across these apps before, how to find one of those 6 apps, or you want to have a play about. And then I've also got some demos of things that we can have a little bit of play about with. So
Brilliant.
you have to open your graphic, your kind of your canvas, if you will. So file new, pick the right size that you're after, and then you come into this sort of work window where you're in your workspace. So you'll have all your menu items on the left hand side, and you'll be used to like design, element, text, all of those. I'm using to demo here just a free plan as well, so that's why these little crowns are popping up. You definitely don't need a pro version just to be able to do that. So right at the bottom, if you've never used any of these apps before, that will be the bottom icon and it'll say apps on it. Once you start to use the apps, you'll notice that I've got loads further down as well. I use like the QR code generator for Canva, which isn't using AI, but is one of the apps that's like just speeds up the process. If you ever want to use a QR code, it's just there and it's dead simple. And then if you want someone who's already created a graphic that's copyright free, I highly recommend Pixabay, which again is a tool externally of itself, but also that you could use it. So you could click on Pixabay, ask for what type of image. It's not using AI to generate it, but it is a quick way of finding a relevant image to put with your socials.
And can you download that image from Pixabay and then use AI to adapt it?
You could do if you wanted to. Yeah, so Pixabay is kind of just what's already on Pixabay already. And most of them you can do what you want with the copyright as well. So you've got a cup of coffee there, download it, and then you could start to edit it and upload it into your tools as well. So that's kind of rather than a generative one, you'd be using something like Magic Media, which is Canva's inbuilt own brand, if you will. A lot of them are not Canva, and they'll tell you when you search for them. So if I go to apps, you've got loads of different apps where you might be able to just chop backgrounds and things like that. The one we're looking for there is AI generation. And there's so many. SoundDraw came up first there as well.
Yeah.
So there's audio, there's Discover. So that's why there's so many of them. There's loads of AI image generators. There's absolutely hundreds. You can keep scrolling. Once you start to...
people just create them, add them in, which is why you have to test 3 a day to keep up with it all, Liz.
Right. Because some are, just not very good.
Yeah.
So, for example, my very favourite one, if we type in AI image gen, and this is the first one on that screenshot if you took that before, it's this one here, the black with the swish. But can you see there's an AI image generator? So they're very similar names. So you'd click on one of those, and then it's asking for a prompt. So this is you, like ChatGPTs of the world, saying this is what I want you to create. And you can talk about style, colour, what's in the screen. So this is what I put in. So I took my prompt and I posted and I said, lady at laptop with bright pink nails, sat on a sofa next to a coffee table with a coffee mug, candle and stack of books on the side. Colours include, so you can even add your brand colours into it. So I asked my cartoon emoji app to do that, and that's what on the right hand side that came out with.
Okay.
The lady coffee candle. I mean, so we've got to kind of play
Might burn
the
the mouth
specific.
drinking that.
Yeah, right. I mean, there's a cup next to it on the right hand side on the table, but we've got like one of them fancy coffee candle mugs. So we have to be specific in what we're after. So you'd click the create button, create a blank canvas, click create, and then it will draw something for you. This one's not working at the moment. It hasn't been all morning, but I used that to create this sort of image. So it's modern. I didn't specify in terms of the colours, but it's very kind of humanistic. So I think one of the things I'm looking for when I'm downloading different AI apps inside Canva is looking for as realistic as possible. If we're looking with something that's got humans in, that the humans look pretty realistic. And I found that image, AI image gen, to be the best.
And she does look really good, actually, because some of the human ones don't look particularly human, you can tell, but actually that could be more or less a photo.
I mean, her teeth are looking a little bit weird there.
Got a lot of gums going on.
Yeah, but we've got
we wouldn't zoom in, would we?
Exactly. If you're putting it inside a graphic that's going to go on social media, you're on your phone, majority of your customers and clients are going to be looking at it on a small device, you can be quite forgiving with that. So a couple of images that were created in the same tool. So I've got the image AI generator. You can sort of see sometimes. So if you zoom in again, you've got a little bit of a wonky set of keys.
Keyboards. Yeah.
But I think it's when we're expecting it to try and do text inside the image. I've got a couple of extras as well. So this one here, I stuck a promotional graphic into the drawing one, the speed draw. I can just play that, and it's drawing through there.
Oh,
it's
nice.
creating, it's hand drawing something, it's then colouring it in. You've got a few settings when you go through those. So that one's called Speed Painter. That's the one with the picture of the corgi. You get to upload your picture. You also get to choose things like how long do you want the duration of the clip to go on to. Now, I've just put a load of different things together here to just give some examples. But if you were to put that one piece of what would be a moving image, you could actually download that as an MP4 file, which would end up being a video file. So you could add music to it later on. You could use that sound draw to do that as well. You can ask it as a prompt, what sounds do you want it to create? So you might use phrases like upbeat or modern, and some of these have already been created for you to give you an example. So there's lo-fi, there's pop. So again, like you were saying before, because we might be using it for commercial reasons, that could be a nice workaround if you want to put sort of audio behind some of the video. And also, as much as Canva is a graphics image package, it can also do video as well. I mean, not really touching on that today, but that can be a tool. This is one that I created in HeyGen, which is the avatar that links with your avatar account. So you can pick up to 3. You can create 3 free videos. I think they can be of 90 seconds maximum each with the free account. But if you were to think, right, actually that's something that I really want to use, you can upload your own image or use an avatar of someone else's that's pre-designed. But I asked it, give me a script of this. Here's my static headshot, and it's
Hi everyone, I hope you're having a fabulous time. Do let me know if you have any questions. This is one of my very favorite topics.
And it's created a video from nothing, right? So I think that that's some of the fun things, but also could be quite, if you think, right, okay, now I have an understanding of what these tools do, I can then better think, well, actually, I could use that video tool, get an avatar. It might be that you don't want to put your face on camera. I mean, I know you've mentioned that in some of your YouTube videos before, like what happens if you want to do social media, but you don't want to put your face on it? Well, how do you feel about putting your static photo on it and it being an AI avatar for that instead? So there's
So you
kind
can
of
pick your favourite photo, can't you? And there'll be no girding, no dribbling or anything like that. No wrong words said. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Interesting.
also with the kind of the more pro versions, you can voice it yourself. So you could have the static video with your audio, or you could have that, you can pick from a series of different voices. It says text or audio. You can write the script in. You can choose English, American. There's a few other options as well. It's asking me to sign up or sign in there for more features. You can then integrate and use the two to work together.
So Ryan's got a good question. This is,
Brilliant.
at what point do you think it's better to get the paid option of Canva?
Interesting. I would say if you're using it absolutely every day, and this kind of goes for any of the tools really, if you're using something every day, I would say go for a pro option of something when you're then supporting the people who are creating that software. So if you're using it absolutely every day, pay for the software. That's kind of my default. The things that I use every day that I couldn't live without, I pay the pro version more to support the update and the upkeep of the tools and the apps that are used. So then you're putting into that system financially, so that then in future, if you want better software, you get more better software. In terms of being specific about Canva, I would say when you find it limiting, that something says, this template isn't free, this isn't available, you need to have the pro version to install it. Also, if you're in a team of people that have to have multiple access to the same graphic, that's when having a free account becomes clunky, because you have to share the link with someone to be able to edit it. Whereas if you are all team members have to be on a pro package, but you could create a team account inside Canva, all be pay for pro option accounts, and then that way you can collaborate much more easily. So I would say if you've never come across issues with the limitations of the free Canva, I wouldn't upgrade until you do. No. I think there's the only real thing that is the big difference is the number of templates that are available in Canva. And then also you'll notice that once you start to play around with some of the AI apps, for example, some of them, not the ones that I've suggested today, but some of them will be credit based. So you'll have like 300 credits available this month, and you can keep using that tool until your credits run out. And the credits come with having a pro version of Canva. So once you've used up your credits, you get kind of retopped up the following month, but that is dependent on a pro account. So that's none of those that I've suggested there, because I'm all about using free if we can do. Yeah. But there's some thoughts around using pro versions there. If I was going to use it every day and it was part of my business, I would definitely give back, because you're supporting them not going bust, so that you don't go bust, because if you're so reliant on a tool, like I just think back to my task list app, is like everything is in there. If they shut down tomorrow, I think that would be a massive catastrophe. So I pay my pro version of a yearly subscription so that hopefully they don't.
Yeah. And I think that's it, isn't it? I'm going to use the free version, and someone said to me a few weeks ago, "What, you only do the free version, but you can do all these so many things?" I was like, "Yeah, but all the things that you suggested, I can access elsewhere, or I don't need." And I think if it's just you doing your social media for your business, you probably don't need it. Whereas if you are maybe a marketing company, graphic design company, like you say, losing it every day for loads of images that you need to create, then it does make sense to pay for it, doesn't it?
One of the beauties of Canva is the templated aspect of it. So once you've really nailed your style, your brand, if you're doing, say, like quotes or testimonials on a particular styled graphic for your social media, once you've got that, you just really, on a regular basis, duplicating, maybe changing the colour, maybe changing the font, maybe changing the size of the logo. So really, you're never dipping into the pot of new templates. You're just working with what you've already created. So in that respect, you might not need the templates once you've kind of, aligned with something. You go, oh, I really love these few templates I've got. you might never go looking elsewhere. If you're a manager of social media for other people, then maybe you'd have a brand style for each one. You might not necessarily need to do that unless you have a lot of different designs that you want to create.
Yeah. No, that's great. That was really useful. Thanks, Liz. So I know you've got some, I'm going to put it in the chat, but you've got, should I put your slide back on the stage?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Oh,
So tell us
thank
about
you.
this. Tell us about what you've
So,
got.
This is very exciting. Yeah, so this is something that I launched last week. So this is really hot off the press for everyone. I know, it's very exciting. So I think this is a great follow-up in terms of if you're getting like, right, I want to do Canva, but I don't want to get distracted. Focus can be a big part of that. So this last week we've created the 7-day focus formula. So it's a program that helps you across 7 days to rediscover where your focus is disappearing to, reharness where you want to focus, and then move forward. So reducing distractions, really getting focused on what you actually want to achieve. So especially for your community, and you're all kind of active and doing the social media bits together, brilliant. What happens in between your sessions? Like, is the focus waning in between? And that in between bit, that dipping in and out. What do you want to do for the rest of the year? And this is an opportune time. I love this time of year to be able to refocus. It's an ebook. It's got a templates for some of the top task management apps to do that, and there's also a free included mini workshop on how to reduce and get rid of your procrastination. So lots of stuff in there, only $7, and then you'll get into my community as well, which has got loads of other stuff going on that might be of interest to people in your community as well.
Absolutely. No, it's been really useful. I've put the links in the chat as well, and also a link as well on all the AI tools that you've been looking at today as well. So those are all there. Well, thank you very much, Liz. That has been, and I certainly haven't used a lot of those AI tools you mentioned today. I'm going to have a fantastic time. I think I'm going to get Barbara from the Social Flock doing a little video. I can get her talking. I don't even need to bother.
Oh, hey, Jen Barbara. I love that. She would love that. Yeah, great idea. Great idea.
So yes, so I'm going to be playing around with it. And again, if you guys who are watching are playing around with it, please do tag us in. We would love to see your creations. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube or any other social media platform, please do make sure you like, follow, subscribe. I do share lots of tips and advice on social media throughout the year. Have amazing guests as well, like Liz, who will share her expertise as well. And we're all just here to help you and support you with your journey to getting seen more on social media and hopefully making social media work for you. So thanks again, Liz. And we'll see you all again next week. Thanks, guys. Bye.